You probably know Debi Mazar from HBO's Entourage and the cooking channel's Extra Virgin. But what you may not know is that the actress suffers from insomnia. She joins me now to talk about sleep health. Great to have you here, Debi.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Sleep is very important. Not a lot of us get it, according to a lot of studies.
Well, they say 62% of Americans have insomnia. And the truth of the matter is, in the American culture, we really don't take that time to take a siesta, a nap. We just keep on going, you know, like type A personalities. And, you know, often, you know, with the LCD lights on the machines and things, I can fall asleep, but then I wake up at like 4:30 in the morning, and then I see like all the lights on and the alarm clock, and I start thinking about my day, and I go through my day exhausted. And I'm a person that, you know, works sometimes 13, 16 hours a day, you know, between that and children and, you know, trying to be efficient and like on point, like I need my sleep.
Yeah.
A lot of my thing is learning just also how to diet right, exercise, cut back on caffeine, not have wine too late or alcohol, because alcohol turns into sugar. Caffeine keeps you awake, chocolate keeps you awake, desserts keep you awake. So for me, most of it was like diet and exercise. And then I've tried various sleeping pills, which for me, I'm not a pill taker. I would do it, you know, occasionally just out of complete desperation. But then I would wake up and I would need to recover, and I don't like that. I also don't like the idea of being addicted to anything because I'm a control freak.
Do you have like a routine, or is your schedule so crazy that you don't have like a certain time every night?
I don't have a routine, absolutely not. I mean, I have children, I have a very needy dog.
Yeah.
I have a schedule that fluctuates. I'm traveling, I'm flying. I mean, you know, I also have, when I'm at my home in Italy, we have a rooster named Entourage, and he wakes me up, and then I have wild boars, and they start snorting around my window, and they're magically, and they're fascinating. They weigh like 600 pounds, and I want to look out my window and like, see, they're like the wildebeest. You know? So I'm just a person who's curious, and my brain's always on.
Absolutely. When did you start kind of realizing that you had a challenge in falling asleep or staying asleep?
You know, I've always been a person who just thinks way too much, and it's since my 20s.
Yeah.
And also being an actress, I have very odd hours. You know, like sometimes I have to get up at 2, or sometimes I have to work through the night. Or the fact that I'm married to an Italian and we have a home in Tuscany, I fly internationally quite often. You know, so there's the jet lag, the turnaround time. Melatonin doesn't really do it for me. I needed a solution. Like the ordinary sleeping pill, like I feel groggy the next day. And with this new pill called Silenor, it's incredible because it actually, like, you know, turns down the histamines, so you're able to actually like stay asleep. And for me, that's key.
Well, around how many hours a night do you get sleep? What's your ideal?
My ideal is 7 to 8 hours.
Yeah,
that's my ideal. I mean, you know, and for me, I generally, like, you know, in the past, I've been functioning on 4 or 5 hours, which is a very common thing for like workaholics. You know, and I get up and I want to go. I also want to exercise, and then I find myself just like midday, like, whoa, the crash. And it's really hard for me, especially being an actor. I have to memorize dialogue. You know, I have to also remember everything that my children said, because they like will throw it back in my face, like, "Mommy, I already told you." You know, and I've got a husband that's also like me, also an A-type personality. So I really need to always like be on point. And so, you know, 4 or 5 hours just is not cutting it for me.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in today to tell us about sleep health. Let's get some 7 to 8 hours tonight, hopefully.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Buonanotte.